Hey everyone, welcome to a Riverside Hi-Fi video, and in this video we're going to be discussing speaker cable, but particularly ones that you can cut off the drum as opposed to the fixed lengths that we do. As you can see, I have a few drums of speaker cable here with me from some of the options that we do. We've got something like the transparent, which is quite popular, and then you've got stuff like the gold cable, which is slightly more than what your electricians, builders, that kind of people would recommend, which is what you call like a 42 or a 79 strand. That's not something we would tend to recommend, as it's not particularly good quality, and for longevity, if you are doing things like chasing it in the wall when you're renovating your homes, things like that, it's just not ideal. It's better to put something like these in. Aside from just the sound, they're also more durable. Something like the transparent, this particular one gives you 4 cores, which either allows you to buy wire, or you can actually split it and have one pair of speakers running off the one cable. So transparent being our preferred brand that we'd always recommend, whether it be for buying fixed length cable or ones that you can cut off by the meter like this one. Something like this is the 12-4, which means it's got 4 cores, which for those of you that don't know, 4 cores is 4 cables, so basically 4 on each end, which means, like I said earlier, you can have one pair of speakers run off one cable, which means less runs of cable if you're renovating, or obviously if you just want to have one cable run for your speakers. If you're just generally upgrading your cable, this is a good option. Transparent also do a range of cables that you can cut by the meter, so if you didn't want to go for something like the 4 core, they do the 2 core, which is your conventional speaker cable, which means just obviously you plug it into the black and red on each side, nothing more, which is the same as something like the gold speaker cable we have here. So when you start with something like the gold cable, which you've got a slightly thinner one we've got here, which is £5 a meter, then the next slightly thicker one, which is about £8 a meter. As you go up the range, obviously the quality of the cable, aside from it just being thicker, it's the transmission, the way the signals are put through to the speakers from your amplification, and then naturally as you got something thicker like the transparent, the signal's better, the sound's better. You also have something like a more neutral sound, because each system has a different sound, like speakers, amplifiers, all of these things, they play on different sort of features within when you're integrating your system. So some people have different brands of products, some are brighter, some are sort of more warm. When you go with something like transparent, it doesn't actually differ the sound, whereas a lot of other cables, they do actually differ the sound. Another nice thing is, obviously, if you are doing a renovation using these to run into the wall, you can use them for your ceiling speakers, wall speakers. You don't need necessarily even use them for home audio systems. You can use them for home cinema systems, which we do a lot for people as well. I hope this helps emphasize as to why it's important to actually put good quality speaker cable other than things that your builders and electricians would recommend. We can ship worldwide for if you would like a drum, or if you know the lengths of speaker cable you'd like. Again, not a problem, we can ship worldwide. We can also help advise as part of our consultancy service for what we would recommend for whatever setup you may have. Please feel free to get in touch if you have any questions, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe, and please give us a like and a share. Thank you.